call me a racist?
Oh my God! It is episode 71.
71.
71 of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Oh, episode 71, dude.
9/11.
Oh yeah, 9/11.
9/11 today.
Oh, but it's 9/12 at the time of this recording
I know,
because we procrastinated.
because we had to watch the Jets.
Well, I had to watch the Bills lose to the Jets.
Speaking of the Jets and 9/11, did you see that DraftKings had to redact and had to make an apology for incentivizing people to bet on New York teams to support them on 9/11?
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah. They were like, support New York on 9/11 by betting on the Jets.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, and knowing the Jets' history, they were probably gonna lose. I mean, the odds were stacked
Yeah.
against the people because the Jets are known to not do good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
You know ball.
That really fucking bit them in the ass for anybody that did bet
Yeah.
on the Jets, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But,
Dude,
yeah,
I-
9/11, huh?
I was.
Should we talk about
I
it?
put my shoes back on. I don't know why I took them off.
Yeah.
I saw yours that you had yours off.
Yeah.
So I took mine.
Some guys were peeing. I think I stepped in piss. So we wanted to.
Dude, I sodomized myself today.
You sodomized yourself.
Yeah, dude, that shit sucked.
Now, what do you mean?
I burned myself.
Okay, well, that's not sodomy.
What's sodomy?
Friend. Sodomy is anal sex.
I did not do that.
When you told me that you sodomized yourself, I was actually impressed. I was like, well, I didn't know you could get it all the way around.
What am I cock had that kind of curve? Just around my waist.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's over your shoulder.
No, I burned myself on my nipple, dude.
My God.
An electrical burn. I was laying down on my bed here, on my phone. I was charging my phone, and like you know when your phone it'll charge, but then it won't. So you kind of adjust the thing.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, and like.
I got to take these off. I'm sorry.
Oh
Will you wear them?
no.
Okay. I think we'll be all right.
All right.
Okay.
He's talking about the earphones for the people listening at home, because we've been having trouble with the microphones.
Yep.
Anyways, so like you know when your phone it'll like charge, but then it won't, and it'll go like dun dun, and like the little like bolt goes away, and you fuck with the charger. So it was like doing that, and then I smelled something that was like kind of like burning and shit, but I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was maybe my fan. I smelled my fan. It wasn't that. And I was like, whatever. And then I grabbed the tip of my charger. I have it right here. The tip of my charger to fix it. And it burnt the shit out of me, dude.
You got the exposed wire.
Dude, it burnt the shit out of me, out of my finger. And I went, fuck. And it landed on my nipple. And
You were shirtless.
I was laying down. I had just woken up.
Yeah.
And look at this.
Oh man, you got dark brown nipples and they're big.
No, they're not.
I guess mine are just small.
They're perfect.
Okay.
But look at that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a 3rd degree burn right there.
Yeah, you singed your shit.
Dude, like you know when you sawed? What is it called when you burn two things to like two wires together?
Welding.
No. It's with wires. It's not welding.
When you burn
two wires together, some sauteed,
solder.
Is it solder?
I don't know.
Song, sing a song.
I thought it was welding.
Well, welding is metal.
Okay.
But when you burn two wires
Like
together,
what Walt does in Breaking Bad when he breaks out of the
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah man, here, carry it here. Fucking carry the thing because it's gonna kill me.
soldering.
Solder is that the word?
Yeah.
Burning two wires together.
We all remember that episode of Breaking Bad when Walt gets tied up so that his partners can sell their shares of the company, and then he uses he like grabs a lampshade and rips open the wire and zaps his cuffs, and then he gets out. What's it called?
I couldn't find it.
Oh.
There's two wires that are burned. It starts with the S, dude. This is kind of like sodomy.
Okay. This is why you started with you thought it was sodomy.
No, because I had the word earlier today, and I was like, I think it's
smoldering. Smoldering is just something that's burning. It's smoldering. The smoldering remains of the towers.
Someone's fucking
on 9/11. I don't know why we blew past 9/11 so quickly. I was gonna ask you if you remembered it. You're a little bit older than me, but then you wanted to just talk about sodomizing yourself. We just went right into it. And now you're trying to remember the definition.
No, not the definition.
The word.
The word, and this is terrible radio.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, your dad's gonna be pissed, dude. Soldering.
Soldering.
Is that what you said?
I think I might have said that.
Soldering, yeah.
Yeah.
So I soldered my fucking nipple, dude.
Okay.
And after it happened, I looked and it was like a clear, bright, white bubble, dude.
It looked like pizza in the oven.
What kind of pizza are you eating?
You know, and it's in the oven and it swells up and bubbles up. You know those bubbles?
Yeah, but it didn't look like cheese though. It looked like the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Oh,
you know,
I don't know what that is.
It's a brand new thing that they just built.
Okay.
But yeah, dude. And then I remember I ran into a comedian. He's a very Jewish fella.
What do you mean by that?
Very Jewish. His parents are both Jewish, probably
Right.
generations and generations of the
okay.
Jewish gentleman.
Okay.
And
Just like you're talking DNA. You're not talking behavior.
No.
Okay.
I'm just talking the way.
Because we just watched Annie Hall.
Annie Hall, dude,
Yeah.
great movie.
Yeah.
So I ran into and
Very Jewish.
very Jewish.
What was he doing?
And we were at a mic. I ran into him at the club at the comedy shop, and I told him about this, and I was like, dude, I want to see if I can maybe sue Apple. And he goes, Apple doesn't give a fuck about you. And I know he kind of
He is Apple.
Yeah, dude, he knows.
He's Apple's representative.
He knows. I know
That's Apple's official stance.
Yeah, I know this for a fact. He knows very wealthy people, and he knows lawyers and shit.
Yeah.
And, so I was like, just telling him like maybe if I had a case, I was like, yeah. He goes, Apple doesn't give a fuck about you, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, well, it burned me, and I showed him, and he was like, oh, that looks bad. I was like, yeah. So I don't know, maybe like I could get like a settlement thing, like like in Seinfeld, and that fool goes, well, first of all, you gotta have a lot of money, and you don't have that. And I was like, you're right. So there goes that.
But he does.
Yeah, dude.
He talks about being pretty wealthy. So like if we talk about him being wealthy, we're not outing.
I mean,
him.
I was trying to go around that, because
but like that's I don't know the guy, and I know that he.
But, I don't know if he says it on podcasts and shit,
But I think he talks about it on stage.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bring it up.
You don't want to talk about it?
Well, I don't know. You can. I don't know him like that.
Well, I just heard I heard because he is a Jewish guy, and he has a lot of like wealth that he sort of he lives off of it, so that he can pursue the things that he wants to pursue. So he can spend all his time doing the arts. He doesn't have to worry about the money. And I don't know if this is going too personal, but I believe this is public information that he talks about.
Do you know him?
No, I don't. We shouldn't be talking about this.
I would.
This is we can cut this, but or we could just cut his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have said his name.
But
I mean,
I'm not trying to be critical of him, but this is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
There's another Jewish person that I know that I won't name who says that's not the Jewish way. That's not what us Jews do. We don't do the Oxford, waspy daddy money thing. We, have more pride than that or whatever. And so that I thought that was interesting, that there was some, Jewish infighting about like, being like cause like the with Annie Hall and that book, Portnoy's Complaint, it's like there's a clearly defined rift between Jewish people and Anglo-Saxon Christian. They call us goys.
Yeah.
And that's like a strong theme of the book. And the goy is happy, where the Jew is malcontent, and the goy is wealthy, where the Jew struggles, and the goy explores and eats crabs and does all these things and
Jewish people don't eat crabs?
Conquers things. Jewish people don't like shellfish and things like that. I mean, you saw in the movie when they're making the lobsters. Yeah. So it's like these cultural things, and I think that came through with like he's living off family money. He's a goy. He's a goyish Jew. God, we probably shouldn't be talking about this. But I think it's
Well,
interesting.
I mean, he's not, because I mean, if this guy's coming for money, he's fucking out here barking on the street. Like, that's so funny to me.
No, I'm not
like-
trying to be critical of him because
I mean, we're gonna have to go over because we're gonna cut all this shit out.
yeah, we might. But he has his goals. It's not like he's just doing nothing with his time and his money. He's using an advantage that he has to pursue his goals more relentlessly than if he had to have a day job. In the same way that you are, but instead of living in a van, he just has, is backed by millions and millions of dollars. I think we'll just cut his name. This is interesting conversation.
Just you talking for 3 minutes.
You're not talking to me.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
What?
I tried getting away from this, and you're like, let me.
Okay,
just
what do you want to talk
into
about?
it.
You're trying to get away from everything I'm talking about. I bring up 9/11. You talk about burning your nipple. I talk about.
I talk about burning my nipple, and then you brought up 9/11 in the middle of that.
Oh, okay.
I also talk about. I went to the memorial today. I was gonna talk about that too.
Oh, okay.
But you want to go ahead and talk?
We'll cut his name. But do you think that's interesting? Do you think anything about? Do you have anything to say about Jewish people?
No, I mean it's different kinds of people and shit. But I feel like everybody is, dude. I mean I think it's crazy how they make up 4% of the United States population, and they get all this fucking like they do this, they do that, they get so much hate, and it's 4%. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
I never knew Jewish people like growing up.
Me either, dude.
Yeah.
The first Jewish person I met was out here in New York 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was Kiwi, and that guy's fucking interesting as shit. I think he's very interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, all this other stuff, I didn't know. I didn't know they didn't eat shellfish and shit.
It's just these like little nuanced cultural differences, and
Yeah.
that's what. But yeah, that's probably too. That's probably too personal to put out on the pod. You're right. We shouldn't have talked about it. Anyway,
Crazy.
what's your story?
I went to the 9/11 memorial thing today,
All right.
dude, and I got there. I told Adam yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna wake up and go to the memorial thing. I was gonna plan on going there like at 10 a.m. and shit, And she was like, I don't think so, because I wake up super late. And she was like, I don't think you're gonna go. And I was like, yeah, all right. Fucking don't tell me what to do. I pull up, I get there at 2 p.m. But I don't know what I was expecting, but it sounds like a fucked up thing to say, but like it's like a bucket listing of me to do. Like last year, it was my first year in New York, and I wanted to go to the 9/11 memorial ceremony during 9/11, but I was in California and I was very mad, and I was kind of upset about it. And then this year I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna go to the thing, pay my respects and shit. And I get there at 2 p.m. and it's barricaded off. Like everything is barricaded. And I don't know what's happening. So I kind of find like a little crevice that I creep into next to like a firefighter. He's like in a corner. And
they're all just standing around the hole.
No. We're like probably like 2 streets away from it. You can see the hole in the distance.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a ceremony thing happening where a firefighter is putting the flag up, down halfway, back up, all the way down, takes it off, folds it, puts on another one, then does the same thing. And
one for each tower.
Well, he did this for about 35 minutes that I was there. And I don't know how long before that he was doing it for. And I think I kind of read into it a little bit, and I think I might be wrong, but I think it might be for each firefighter that had died during the thing.
Oh.
Because he was doing it for a long time. I was there for 35 minutes. The ceremony started at 8 a.m. I don't know if he was doing it since 8 a.m. or whatever, but I don't think I could have gotten to the ceremony because you got to be like a 9/11 member, which I don't know what that is.
How does one become a 9/11 member?
I'm not sure.
Is it a mailing list?
I think you have to prove something that somebody you knew like passed away, or maybe you just really want to do it.
Yeah.
So
what if you like knew the guys who did it?
Yeah. I actually knew Osama.
yeah. I mean, you're very involved. You can be a 9/11 member.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, but you expressed remorse. You're like, I'm so sorry. This terrible thing that my uncle Osama bin Laden did.
Right, but it was a pack with like SWAT teams and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was like SWAT. There was like helicopters and shit.
Yeah.
So I guess part of the ceremony is that like at the time that the first tower got hit, there's a moment of silence, and then everybody says the name of their loved ones that died, and then like somebody like they speak for like another hour, and then at the time that the second tower hit, they speak. They everybody says like the name of whoever died or whatever, and this goes on up until like 10 a.m. But it was barricaded off until like almost 3 p.m., which I don't know what they do from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. But once we were let in, there was those signs that said like 9/11 members only. Or what? I mean, sorry, like 9/11 member entrance.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of odd.
A little gatekeepy.
Yeah.
Where were you?
But I did go. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna just go next year. Hopefully, I get up at 8 a.m. To try to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna look into it because I like that kind of sad shit for some reason. I like crying.
Do you?
Yeah.
Were you crying?
No, I got a little emotional. I saw 2 people crying, and that like made me emotional. And I was like, ah.
2 people out of thousands.
Well, by the time I went in at 3 p.m., it was mostly just tourists, like just taking pictures and shit.
Yeah.
And dude, they have this really interesting thing there.
All the members were already in the.
Yeah. All the members were like back home, like eating brunch.
Yeah.
And like all the tourists were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Cool. What's this?
Yeah.
There was an interesting thing that I saw. There's like a thing called it was before the attacks. It was called like the World Peace Sphere. And it was in Battery Park, and it was like just this art piece. It was just a sphere. It was like very like very artsy. It was like gold and black or whatever. And it kind of looked like a Pokemon ball, like warped, you know. And it's all metal. And I guess after the attacks, like that shit kind of like it took some beating, and they put it back up, and it's there right now, dude. They put it up in 2017, and it's all fucked up, and it's just sick. And like weird how it's a world peace sphere and it still stands, and it's like fucked up because it went through this like attack.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the coolest thing there.
That's pretty cool.
Besides the waterfall thing.
Yeah, the waterfall thing is cool.
Yeah.
So, do you remember where you were on 9/11? Because you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah, I was like 6. I didn't go to school that day, and I remember my mom seeing it, and she looked at me. She was like, "Don't you ever joke around about this."
Oh.
I remember that specific. She's like, "Don't you ever play around about this." I don't know why she said that. What inclined her to tell me that to a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Geez, all right."
Is that why you fucking clammed up at the beginning of the episode?
I kind of when you talked about the fucking our Jewish friend over there, fucking outing him.
I don't know him.
Yeah, I do, asshole. That's the thing. Anyways. And I remember we had like the 9/11 book for some reason. It just appeared in my dad's office and like in the garage, and I remember I would like go through it and just be like, how I would try to internalize how, because I couldn't understand why it was sad. Like I would like being like 7 years old up to like fucking 15. I would always go through and be like, why? And then like that Greek church, you know that picture is like a cross top of a Greek church. There's like a picture. There's like all this rubble, and in the background, it's like fucking dark smoke and shit, and just a cross stands on top of a church, and that church is still there. It's like a Greek Orthodox church.
Where is it?
It's right next to the sphere.
Oh, it's like right there on Wall Street, right?
Yeah. It's not a Fulton Street, but it's by there, dude.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's why it was like a bucket list thing to do, because I would always see this book in my fucking in our garage. I would always go through it, and like now it's like, oh fuck, I'm here, I'm seeing all this shit. But I don't know. What was your connection to 9/11?
Well, my grandfather's brother worked in the tower.
Your grandfather's brother?
Yes.
How old was he at the time? Like 40?
No, he was probably like 60. And he was in Houston on business that day, and everyone in his level got killed. Everyone that he worked with was killed.
Oh shit.
And he was just in Texas. And then he just, never worked in Manhattan again. But basically, I could be a member of the 9/11 Club if I wanted to.
I know a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah.
Is that gentleman still alive?
Yes, he is. I haven't seen him in a while. I saw him when I first came to New York City. When I was 10 years old, I came here with my dad, and we stayed with him. And that was just 6 years after 9/11. And we stayed with him in Tarrytown, which is...
Where's that?
In Saratoga.
It's upstate?
Upstate. Not quite upstate.
Right,
not quite up, but like...
Yeah, kind of
like White Plains.
Going towards... Oh, where we did the show kind of by Connecticut?
Yeah, but not that
All right.
far. So
closer?
Yeah, like
Okay.
just past Yonkers, like that sort of area.
All right.
And yeah, so we went up there and we stayed with him. And that was my first time in New York, and I just thought it was so great, you know.
Right.
And I came with my dad and my grandfather, and we went to a Yankees game, and that was right when they had built a new stadium that is still there.
In the Bronx?
Yeah, the Bronx.
Oh, I don't know that was new.
Yeah, that was built in like 06 or 05, something like that. So we were there in 07, so that was like a pretty new stadium. And that was like also like an elite team. That was like Derek Jeter, A-Rod, and you know, I mean, I don't know baseball, but like that was like a legendary team. So we got to go see a game, and then we like that night, my dad, we were walking around the city and we didn't know what to do, you know. Like we just did all the tourist shit, or it was the next day. We just did like Empire State, you know, took the ferry, saw the Statue of Liberty,
Nice.
went to FAO Schwartz and played the piano with our feet.
Did you like all of this?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
No.
I mean, I'm 10. I'm not
Yeah.
like let's go to the Village. Like I think it's great, you know.
Right.
And my dad, you know, my dad doesn't know New York like that either. So he's like, yeah, it's cool. Like, let's do it. I mean, he's probably like, this is a whole lot of fuss, you know, what the hell?
Yeah.
We're waiting for an hour and a half just to go up on the Empire State Building. But we went up on the Empire State, and we went to like Natural History Museum. And then that night we were in like Times Square, and my dad was like, where do you want to go eat? And I was like, let's go to TGI Fridays.
In Times Square?
Yeah, so we went
Yeah.
to TGI Fridays in Times Square. And
With your grandpa?
No, it was just me and my dad that day.
Oh,
But
sick, dude.
but I thought it was just great.
Dude, I don't know why as a kid I hated doing like activities like that.
Oh, really?
I think it's because my parents they never really traveled either. Like their big travel was moving from Mexico to California.
Right.
And since then they're
Why would you want to travel? That's horrible. Like it's like
Yeah.
that's their like perception of travel is just like moving, immigrating.
Yeah, dude, we would go to like Vegas and shit, and we would go for like soccer games,
Yeah.
and like our teammates' parents and shit. They'll be like, yeah, let's go here, let's go here. My parents would be like, fuck, all right, I guess. So then I'd go in and be like, this fucking blows, dude. Like I just hated doing. I think till now I kind of hate doing group activities.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting a little bit out of my shell with Iram, because like she's like a travel agent, dude.
Mm.
I got really like everywhere I've traveled so far besides Sweden has been because of her. And like she like plans out the whole trip, and we get there, and then she like plans fucking like tours like during the thing, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this shit. But then after I do it, I'm like, that was amazing, dude. I didn't know there was a underwater world. Dude, I went not scuba diving, I went snorkeling, dude, in Mexico. And dude, it was the most amazing thing I've seen in my life. I came back and I told my dad, and they don't fucking travel, they didn't care.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I went snorkeling. I was like, there was this whole world and shit. And they were like, oh, what about sharks?
Yeah.
They're like, be careful, you know. They're like, you don't know how to swim, asshole. Fucking get out of there.
Yeah.
And
You know, not to bring it back to our friends of the Hebrew faith, but
Yeah.
that sounds like something that's a Jewish thing as well. Like, remember that episode of Seinfeld when he's like, he goes and visits his parents,
I went to go snorkeling.
and he's like, I'm gonna go scuba diving.
yeah.
And they're like, what do you want to see underwater? Like, what's the sea?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude. And so like that's what my parents were like, and that's kind of what. But like my dad's the same though. He's the same as me. Like my mom, she likes to go to concerts, and he's like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And then he'll go, and then after the concert, he'll be like, that was the greatest thing in the world. He was like, we gotta do this at least once a month.
Yeah.
It's gone to like 3 in his life.
yeah. And the next month, one comes up, he's like,
Yeah.
why would you want to do that?
He's like, I gotta work. I'm busy. I remember when I first started skateboarding, my dad took me to a skate park, and I think I had like a good skate day, and that fool was like, it was me and my cousin Dorian that I remember this. He took us to a skate park, and we like, on the drive back, he saw we had like a great time, and maybe there was like we're kind of good at skating, and that fool was like, I'll bring you guys back here like every weekend, and I was like, whoa. My cousin was a little older than me. He went, yeah, I doubt it. He called it, dude. That was the only time he ever took me to a skate park. It was also when I learned what the word doubt it meant. Yeah.
Doubt it?
Yeah, I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I was like, and he's like, he's not gonna do it.
It means that you're going to be a street skater.
Yeah.
You're not going to skate vert.
Yeah, dude.
You're not going to be dropping in. Could you drop in and stuff?
Yeah, dude,
That's cool. You could like rip a bowl.
I can't rip a bowl, but I could like have fun.
Yeah.
You know, I could like skate around and shit.
Like do a figure 8.
Yeah, like what's that?
Like if you have like a 2-tiered bowl where it's like a top, a lower,
Oh,
upper
yeah.
and lower, and then you just
Yeah.
use
Yeah,
it
I could like rock and roll and shit.
Yeah.
And like I can't rock. Can I rock to fakie? I don't know, dude. I haven't skated in so long because like now whenever I go to a skate park and there's like other skaters there, I just don't. I'm like fucking. I'm just gonna be getting in the way.
Yeah, I was only vert. I never could do like tricks and stuff. I would just like try to focus on like dropping in and like doing half pipes and stuff.
Dude, being vert was like shitted on for like the longest. Like it's like so fucking hard to do. It was like difficult. You like hundreds of feet in there. I guess not hundreds, but like tens of feet in the air spinning around, and like street skaters would hate on it, even like including myself.
Yeah.
But I was like 14. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I remember like everybody hated Tony Hawk for no reason for like 10 years. And like now everybody loves him again.
Have you seen that video of Tony Hawk going around in a car and being like, "Hey, do a kickflip" to kids skating? That'd be so funny if you guys were shitting on him and then he just pulled up, "Hey, do a kickflip."
Yeah, people love him now.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's a weird industry because
we loved him on the East Coast, but it was like, but I guess I would do like vert skating stuff. And like I would skate with a kid who dirt biked, so he was all like extreme sports. So that's like Tony Hawk, Travis Pastrana, like Nitro Circus, that type of shit.
Dude, I remember that shit was huge. Dude, fun fact: Tony Hawk's the reason why skate parks are shaped the way they are now. Like
Really?
good, yeah. Before that, nobody gave a fuck about skating. They had stair sets that would lead into like just walls and shit. like people just like, put that there. I think they like this. They like a rail. You know, that with nothing. So, and then he got involved, and then they started spacing them out better.
Yeah.
Because of Tony Hawk.
Just things that would never happen in real life.
Yeah.
What's at the bottom of the staircase? A wall?
Yeah.
This just like makes no sense in human life. They're like, I don't know what these kids like. It's like these 70-year-old architects trying to understand like 20-year-old skateboarders. I don't know what they like. Just put a wall at the bottom of the stairs.
They like to hang out at stairs. Maybe they like to sit on them. Put some stairs there and beers.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I remember my grandma. Like outside of her building that she worked in when she still worked, it would always be like these kids grinding the rail. Yeah. And then like they put in those little like ridges on the rail so they couldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, "Thank God."
The kinks, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then skaters found a way to take them off and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, skateboarding was fucking punk rock as shit, dude. I think, dude, I say that's the reason why I really lean into being funny. Because my cousin would skate and like he was hilarious, and then I went to middle school and all the skaters were they were always just dying, like laughing at shit, just fucking around.
Yeah.
I remember being like, dude, I think I want to hang out with them, dude. I want to be with the funny people. So because I got into skateboarding because I thought they were hilarious. And then I got into that, and then fucking Baker Has a Death Wish. That shit came out. I blame that shit. I still love that skate movie with all my heart, but I blame that single-handedly for making me like be so big on beer.
Wait, what?
Baker Has a Death Wish. It's a skate movie.
Oh no, I never
They
seen
make
it.
fucking drugs and getting fucked up and skateboarding look like the shit, dude.
Well, I mean, it is.
Yo, I watched that. It is, dude. I watched that shit today, and I'm like, dude, fuck this. I'm fucking skating and getting fucked up every night, and I'm like, I could easily see how that influenced my fucking 14-year-old brain.
And it's like just like punk.
Yeah,
rock and
they're
like
just
metal.
Yeah, just a guy, fucking Jim Greco fighting a guy and shit. Just
And
getting
then the music cuts off when he like falls.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, and breaks his board.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, oh, this is the shit.
Yeah.
And like now that I'm older, like fucking half of them are like sober, the other half are in jail. Some of them are like into fitness and shit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, dude. But I mean,
and then one guy, he still does it.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What's his name? Fucking Australian gentleman. Somebody knows him. He was on Death
Why
Wish.
can't you do it forever? Why can't you be like a guy who skates and drinks and smokes weed? Why can't you do that forever?
Yeah, I guess if you don't,
It's your body, right?
If you don't look at it black and white,
your body just can't take it.
Well, I mean, there are people still doing. People look at you like as a loser. But if you like get away from that, like from a sociological perspective, why does that make you a loser? Is it because you just get more annoying? Because you become like out. Because everybody like goes through that phase. Like I see me going over the hump of that phase.
I think it's because you're not supported by a community anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, unless you go pro. But if you go pro, you probably have the discipline to quit the booze and the drugs. You know?
But back then, like, that's who the pros were.
Yeah.
They were the guys who would get fucked up. Like, Bam Margera, everybody's like, ugh, jeez, dude, fucking get it together.
Yeah.
And, like, Steve was like, yeah, dude, he's a cool, sober guy now. But subjectively, why is that cooler to be sober now? And, I don't know. It's a good question, dude. Why can't you do that forever?
It's cool to be responsible now.
Yeah, who is it?
And healthy.
I guess Snoop Dogg is one. But, I mean, that's just weed, so he's not being reckless. Who's an old legend that's still reckless?
That still just goes hard and just fucking...
Cause
like Stanhope.
Stanhope, yeah.
That's a good example. I mean, he's
Right.
not like... he's not like world famous. I guess like a lot of musicians probably. Like
Mike Tyson
Mick
mellowed out.
Jagger. Mike Tyson is chill now.
Yeah, he's like, and then everybody's like, yeah.
But Mike
everybody loves
Tyson,
him.
his thing wasn't drugs. It was just that he was a psycho.
It was cocaine.
I guess, but like in his best fights, like he wasn't doing coke for those fights. He was just like just like a fucking furious,
I
crazy man.
I wonder when drugs became cool, dude, and like alcohol. Because I remember for a while I was like, oh, he's a village drunk, but
Yeah.
well, was it always affordable, like wine and shit?
Well,
like
I
in
think-
medieval times.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like you're talking about like if you're thinking like when did alcohol become cool? Are you talking about in America? Because like in all cultures, I'm sure like different shit was cool.
Yeah,
Like if you go back to medieval times, like wine was a luxury.
I-
So it
yeah.
was very cool. Like if you could afford to drink wine, then you were probably the type of person who was just a glut anyway, which that was seen as like that was what wealthy people
yeah.
did.
Being fat back then was a sign of wealth.
Was a sign of wealth and
right.
sexiness.
I guess what I meant is like who like when did like being like a reckless rock star become cool? Was it before the 70s or before the 60s?
Being a reckless rock star?
Yeah, was that cool
I don't
before
know,
then?
man. I mean, like, I bet if I say like, oh well, Elvis, then people get mad when you mention Elvis because like a lot of times it's like, fuck that, it wasn't Elvis, it was
When it was like because
who's Johnny B. Good? Who wrote that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But because it was glorified at some point, but I guess that's what I meant. Has it always been glorified to be a reckless fucking drunk?
Well, okay, think about Prohibition. That's when I think the guys who were moving the booze started to get the sexy appeal because they were the criminals. They had the commodity that you couldn't just get at the store, so they had value, and they were also dangerous criminal type individuals.
Right, but
So it probably started with like I mean, before rock stars, it was probably like just straight up gangsters.
but when they showed them, it didn't show him like all fucked up and doing crazy shit. It showed him being classy,
yeah,
holding a glass of whiskey or whatever because it was illegal and it was shit. The guy's
Yeah.
cool. Cause like you see like a rock star on TV or you see like a fucking cool like guy on TV getting fucked up and breaking shit. You're like, whoa, that's sick. Throwing a TV off a fucking hotel room.
Yeah.
But then you meet him in real life and you're like, yo, fucking get this guy out of here,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
ruining the fucking vibes.
yeah.
But like you take a video of just that one part and you put like a fucking hot punk rock riff next to a power chord. Everybody's like, yo, that guy's the shit.
Yeah, everyone likes him if he's not actually a part of their life.
Yeah,
If
dude.
you just get to watch him from a distance, you're like, whoa. But if you're his like his sister, you're like, get it together.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And dude, imagine how much of a fucking nightmare, like you and me as we are now, to be hanging out for some reason with Mike Tyson in the 90s. Like for some reason we fucking grew up. We're not boxers. We're just like, we're still doing our thing. Like, oh, fucking Mike Tyson's having a thing at his place.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, dude. I don't know. He might punch me.
I don't know. He might fuck me till I love him.
Yeah, dude. But like, so it's just better to just watch.
Have you seen that video?
Afar. Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's when he was coked out, though, right?
I don't know, man. I'm just talking out of school. But it's an interesting question. I think like, yeah, and I'm really not. Sadly, I'm not. I don't think I'm cultured enough to like really say like who were the original. But like, think about like like Mark Twain, he was probably a drinker, right?
Yeah, but was it romanticized?
Yeah, I think so.
Like this guy gets fucked up and writes.
Yeah, like
but
Hemingway.
Right, but then it goes back like Mark Twain's fucking like just roommates were like, fuck, he's moping again, dude.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
but the writers, the author types have always been the
it's me, my bad.
sort of, no, you're good. Have always been sort of the
And then there was Lord Byron, dude. That guy was known for just sleeping around and shit and having a temper.
It was Lord Byron. I feel like we just jumped a giant gap of history.
Lord Byron was a guy in the early 1800s, dude. I'm not sure if he was English. He had a club foot, and he would fuck women like crazy, dude. And he was known to have a temper. If you brought up his shitty foot, because he was like a handsome guy, and if you brought up his foot, he would get fucking pissed. But he was a poet.
If you brought up his foot, he'd beat you with it. He'd take it off. It's a club foot because it's used as a club.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
What?
Huh?
You heard something?
No, nothing. I was trying to think of a riff.
Oh, okay.
But I just froze.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyway, tell me about this guy.
That's all I know of him. But he was like a famous poet and shit. And like everybody loved him.
He's actually a sweet guy. Just
dude,
don't talk about his foot.
Dude, when you read about him, that's what it says.
Yeah.
He's like one of the best guys, one of the best writers.
Sure.
But I'm not really well read. I just know about this guy because it was forced down my throat in high school.
I read a lot of books when I was a kid, but they were all fiction. What's that good for?
I can't get into fiction.
Yeah.
Fiction is good for creativity. I think that's why
it is.
That's why you're good with like directing.
Yeah,
and you know how you want a thing to look.
Yeah, probably. But like, it doesn't help me know any actual things about the world. You know?
Yeah, that's funny because I can't get into fiction because I'm like, what? This guy he's telling me a story he's making up along the way. Like,
yeah.
Fuck this, dude. I like learning about. I think I talked about this. I like history, but I just don't retain.
Yeah.
I'll sit there and watch like 3 hours of World War II stuff and I'm like, whoa, fuck, and then the second it's over, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you probably read a whole book about Lord Byron, and all you remember is that he sticks his dick in a lot of ladies, and he's got a weird foot.
That's all there is, dude.
Yeah.
That's all there is to this gentleman.
Yeah.
So you had an interesting weekend, right? Your homies from college came through.
Homies from college came through. My buddy lost fantasy football, and as his punishment, he.
Excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a cough button on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's okay.
You'd think so. $300.
Yeah, that's a pretty expensive mic. Anyway, let's not talk more about the gear. I'm sure people are tired of hearing about our gear.
Right.
But so my buddy Jake, he lost fantasy, and his punishment was that he had to do stand-up comedy. Yeah. So I figured the best place to do it would be Broadway.
Yeah.
Because should we not?
No, yeah, I mean, I would.
We're just clomping around talking about all sorts of comedy things this episode.
Well, no, I mean, we're the most scamming fucking club there is. Anyways. No, I
never did it.
I've said this shit multiple times. I will never not say this, dude. Fucking, yeah, dude, these fucking guys, they don't give a fuck about you, dude.
No.
They see you as profit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
It's entirely. Yeah.
And how easily did this guy get into this show, your friend?
Well,
who's never done stand-up before.
Here's the thing. I told him too late. You should go to hit up, the guy at Broadway. We all know his name, but we won't say it. He hits him up like 2 weeks ago. And then he texts us all and he goes, I couldn't get on the show. It's too late. It's all booked up till November. But I know that
this guy loves money.
This guy will put him on if Jake tells him that he's got 8 people coming.
Right. Yeah, dude.
So, and also I know that Jake isn't really pushing that hard to get on the show.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it. He's shitting himself.
Yeah.
He had 6 months to prepare. He did all his writing in the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Classic. And I can relate to that.
Right.
But, so I tell him, like, Jake, get up in his ass. Tell him, like, that you got all these people coming and that you desperately want to get on this show because you want all your friends to see you do stand-up.
Yeah.
And so he squeezes his way on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. I have 8 people coming. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Always.
He was like, let me see. I'll get back to you in 30 minutes. But anyway, so now Jake is going into this not only with the pretense that he has to do stand-up, but also that he's told this booker that he loves stand-up more than anything. And he just wants to be a comedian.
Right.
So he has two fronts to put on.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone gets to town on like Friday, and I have slated Saturday as my day that I'm going to cut loose and get drunk with my friends because I never see them. And that's what we did when we knew each other.
Right. In college.
In college.
Yeah.
And these guys, these guys are wild party animals.
Yeah. North Carolina fellas?
No. A lot of them, they're from all over.
Okay.
Some of them are from up here, some Maryland, Tennessee, all over the place.
All
Boston. Anyway.
The boys are back in town, basically.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah.
So Friday night we went out to K-Town, Korea town. Yeah. We went and got some wings.
There you go.
Delicious. We went to karaoke.
Wow.
Fun.
Korean.
I stayed sober. Still had a blast doing karaoke. You don't need to get fucked up to enjoy karaoke, believe it or not. It's just a good time. Next day.
So what was that? An advertisement for karaoke?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I almost was like, I'll just make it a weekend bender. But I'm glad I didn't, because I probably wouldn't have been able to hold on Saturday as long as I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, Saturday rolls around. We go, this is Jake's set. I go meet the boys for brunch. Jake's not there. Where's Jake? He's writing his set.
Oh, shit.
He's working on it frantically in his house.
Yeah.
This is just like school all over again.
Yeah.
It's just, you haven't done your, you don't want my foot over there.
No, I might fucking drop it. I don't want to chop off your toe.
Yeah. So.
He doesn't show up to brunch. He's frantically writing his set.
Frantically writing. And so we get up. We get back to the house, and then we start pre-gaming. We played beer pong.
Yeah.
I love beer pong.
Beer pong is fun. It gets shit on by people. It's fun, dude.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's just a blast.
It's like gambling.
It's the perfect, how sometimes you're at a party and you're like, what do I do? Beer pong.
Yeah, dude.
That's it.
Yeah,
I've never been more comfortable at a party than playing beer pong.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to anybody.
You don't have to talk to anyone, but you can be involved with everyone.
And you can still.
You don't have to dance, but you are dancing because you're moving around.
Right.
You don't have to have a drink in your hand, but you can, or you drink these cups, or
Yeah, the people that shit on beer pong can go fuck themselves, because they're always like, oh, what? It's a game, and then if they've made the thing you gotta drink. You fucking nerd, drink anyways, dude.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait till they make a fucking anything anywhere. Just drink while you play. It's water. Just have a fucking good time,
just
asshole.
Have fun.
What are you, a party snob, dude?
Yeah.
Fucking pussy.
Yeah. There's lots of fun drinking games that we played in college. Did you ever play Stack Cup?
I've only played beer pong and King's Cup.
Okay.
Which King's Cup can go fuck itself, dude.
What's King's Cup?
King's Cup, it's I forget what the actual game is, but whenever you lose, you pour some of your drink inside a cup in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
In a big cup. And then the loser drinks a mixture of everything.
A mixture of everyone else's saliva.
Yeah, liquor, beer, IPA, saliva.
Yeah.
Fucking cum hair.
Yeah. PCP. Whatever.
Dude.
And so, yeah, we would do things like that, just we called it the Skippy. And for rugby, we would make the rookies drink the Skippy, and
It's so funny, the rookies. Just the newer guys.
Yeah, just the young guys. Yeah. The rugby hazing wasn't that intense because really the rite of passage was just play rugby. That's hard enough.
Yeah.
Just go play rugby and then you can hang out.
Right, so you're playing beer pong.
So we're playing beer pong, we're having a good time, and I'm drinking, and I'm having fun.
Is that a hotel room, or where's this at?
This is at my buddy's apartment on 34th.
Okay, nice, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever been?
To his apartment?
Yeah. Oh, it's really nice.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you would probably enjoy it. But
I would enjoy any indoors there.
Yeah. But he's moving out. They're moving. Kevin's moving to Texas. It's kind of the end of an era.
Okay.
Of New York, and I felt bad because I didn't see my guys as much as I wanted to. Right. But also, I was doing. We had
this
drastically different lifestyles.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out every night.
Yeah.
Doing comedy.
Right.
Quote unquote.
For the 100 people listening, he just did air quotes.
Yeah. No,
we
but,
gotta- we
but
got-
what?
No, I was gonna say we got a pretty good Spotify listeners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just checked today. I was like, Jesus,
Oh, cool. Oh, thanks for listening,
there's a lot of
everybody.
people on Spotify more than on YouTube, which is
Cool.
which is sick.
Nice.
Get on the YouTube. We'll get monetized.
Sweet. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, do that.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Thank you for watching. I'm just happy you're here.
Yeah.
Start bossing everyone around.
Yeah. So we all get drunk. Jake leaves before to get up to Broadway.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah. And then
This guy's nervous, dude.
Oh.
He gets to the club early.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Shitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can imagine the diarrhea, like, just sitting on the precipice of his asshole.
This has been in the back of his head for 6 months, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but he said it never really dawned on him until, like, the last week. But I had lunch with him, or dinner with him last week, and we, like...
You guys wrote out a set together.
Yeah, I kind of, like, gave him I let him take one of my lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pit in his stomach, dude. I know exactly what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we all do. Everyone
Yeah.
who's done stand-up. First time you get a crowd, it's, like, crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But we wanted him to have a crowd. We didn't want bullshit, Black Cat if no one's there. Sometimes Black
Right.
Cat is great.
Sometimes.
But we wanted, this is punishment, okay?
Yeah, the Broadway.
So you gotta, yeah, we're all getting punished a little bit
Yeah.
with the show. But
Oh, jeez, dude, that show fucking sucks, dude. Did I tell you about real quick?
God, we are just shitting on
dude, fuck
Broadway.
that club, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking one time I want to go watch.
Should we explain Bringers? Sorry, what do you want to go watch?
Nothing, dude. I want to go watch a fucking John, dude. He was trying to get spots because like you do this thing called the industry room, where there's a bringer. You bring fucking like 5 or 6 people, and then they pay to watch you or whatever. So this guy is basically kind of a working comic already. So, but he wants to get more spots at this club because this club has sister clubs. So he wants to do some more of this shit, dude. They put on, for some reason, I don't know why he did this in the first place, anyways. But they put on 5 people before him that was all their first time doing it. 5 people after him that it was all their first time doing it. They give him the check spot where nobody's paying attention and only fucking paying for their drinks, trying to figure out tabs or whatever. I swear to God, dude, a girl gets on stage. By the way, this is a comedy club where they sell tickets to people.
$20.
$20, and they make you buy
$25.
$25, dude.
And they make you buy 2 drinks.
Because it is a comedy club.
That's a $45 or like at least a $40 excursion
to watch people do stand up for the first time, dude.
to watch a glorified open mic, essentially.
This girl goes up, dude, and she fucking, I swear to God, dude, these are the real words that came out of her mouth. She said, "Look at me now. I'm a comedian in Times Square." And she lifted up the microphone and expected a fucking standing ovation. This was before any joke, dude. This is her first words out of her mouth. Even her family was like, oh shit. And then like her aunt goes, yeah. She claps.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes, all right. And for the next 5 minutes, dude, just fucking around with the mic cord. One time they mailed my mail to the wrong house. And that's all she said for 5 minutes. But before that, she said, "Look at me now, Times Square comedian."
Look at me. I have ascended. She's never done comedy.
Dude, I was like, what is this, dude? It was the most fucked up. I smoked a little weed to enjoy the show, dude. That her performance sobered me up and made me want to fucking off
smoked
myself.
weed.
Yeah,
I smoked weed before comedy things.
Yeah, that's fun. Cause
Yeah.
because you watch so much comedy, dude, and fucking so much open mics.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna go watch a show
Yeah.
or a fucking whatever, dude, I'm gonna smoke a little weed and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And she sobered me right up and made me want to off. I left early. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. They
Anyways,
didn't care. They just wanted your ticket.
they
so.
they got their
Yeah.
fucking money.
Oh, you're leaving? Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Who are
Did you
you?
pay for your 2 drinks?
I did. I used to do bringers at Broadway, and I would go with nobody.
Oh yeah.
And then I would be expected to bring 5 people to perform, and then I would show up with nobody and say, "Well, they're not here. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened." Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Actually, no, it never worked there. I think it worked with Kim one time. Kim
fucking scammer.
Kim Donuts.
Anyways, so your buddy.
But I remember the last time that I was going up to Broadway.
Yeah.
I just had this pit in my stomach. I was like, I was just, I was going to go up and tell him that I didn't have anyone coming again and just have to go through this thing.
Good on you, dude. Fuck them, dude.
And I was just like, fuck this. I'm just going to tell him the truth. And I went in and I was like, hey, listen, I can't do this anymore. I can't be expected to bring people to these shows. These shows are too expensive for what they are. And I can't just, I don't have, my friends, I don't want to put them in the position where they have to pay all this money to see me perform on these bad shows. I don't think I said bad shows, but I was just like, I can't do this. I can't expect.
Right. This bringers are basically when clubs are too fucking lazy to do marketing, dude, to market their shows correctly, or to get a draw comedian, or to even take the time to fucking have an owner that cares about the comics and honing their acts. All they care about is about the fucking money, which it's a business. But I mean, they're so blatant about it, dude. It's disgusting. Yeah. Anyways, dude.
So I say that. Yeah. I say that to the guy. I can't do this anymore, and he goes, "Okay, what's your name again?" And I was like, "Yep. You don't give a fuck. You don't even care. Yeah. This is just a blip on your radar."
Right. Yeah. No, dude. They don't know anyone. Like people are like, I think I'm in, dude. I did my third bringer. I think. Yeah. I think I might have a career in my hands, dude. Yeah. So anyways, dude.
So anyways.
Look at my bucket.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
Got it?
No.
Okay. So. Anyway, we went up to the show.
Jake
goes up.
Yeah.
He does 3 minutes, and
out of 5.
Out of 5, he's supposed to do 5. He pulled it up short of 3.
Right.
But the premise of his act is that women think he's gay.
Well, you told me this set. It was pretty funny, dude.
Yeah, we kind of, because he was telling me all these things about. He was like, what if I talk about like what's happening and I was like, no, like do not do observational. Like nobody, you're not good enough to do observation. Like when you see a new comic do observational comedy, it's so bad. At least a new comic with a story. It's like, okay, like you know that an interesting story happened to you.
Yeah.
But like brand new and you're talking about the news. And it's just
trying to be edgy and shit.
Yeah, and just like a take where it's like, yeah, if I was there, I probably would have killed that lady too. Everyone's like, oh.
And they're like, yes, new comics always go for a shock, which is funny. It's like,
anyway, I was fucking my mom the other day.
And we're like, yeah. And the host has to go up and give it up for whatever. Yeah. It's his first time.
Yeah.
Everybody's supportive.
So I told Jake, go humble. Go with a story. Talk about yourself. Don't make shit up. Be true.
Yeah.
This is what I think is good for comedy.
Yeah. The truth is always funny.
This is what I try to do in my stand-up.
Yeah. So.
And talk about what's really happening. If you're scared, say you're scared. The people will know anyway if you're really scared. And he went up and he did pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And he did do the it's my first time, like cracked in the middle, like I'm sorry, I'm so nervous, it's my first time, and just the place just lights up in support, like as it is with the first time comics. But he pulled it out. He landed the plane.
He popped your cherry. Did you wait for him in the back like in Goodfellas?
Yeah.
He popped the cherry.
Yeah.
You're not a rat.
Now here's what happens. Today he gets a call from the booker. And he goes line by line through Jake's set, and he throws him 3 more spots. He's booked at Greenwich. I was like, "Yo, let me get those spots."
They're not. Then these aren't bringers.
No. No, I mean like.
Is he gonna do them?
I don't know. I told him he should do them. I was like, do them, man. See if you like it,
Is he going to do it?
I don't know.
It's always funny, like, when shit like that happens, it always scares me. Because you always hear stories of, like, super famous comics. And they go, how'd you start? Like, this fucking guy, he was trying to do comedy. He, like, signed me up. And then I went up and I did good.
Yeah.
And then you never hear about the guy that signed him up.
Yeah.
You just hear about the guy.
That's me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
That's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was my friend. He was like, you're so funny. You should do comedy. I think he died from heroin.
Yeah, I don't think he does stand-up anymore.
Yeah.
You
horrible end to that story.
You're just roofing and hearing him on Conan.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's fucking sick.
It was fun though, man. Anyway, that night ended. I like got back to the house and I was drinking, and I made that classic mistake when you're drunk where you're like, I can like handle some drugs.
Is it back home already?
No, this is back at the apartment. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your homie's apartment.
Yeah, my buddy's apartment in Midtown.
Wait, hold up. Congrats to Jake, dude. Fucking, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
sick as fuck,
Shout
dude.
out Jake. He was so nervous. He really didn't want to do it. I told him, don't get too drunk. He didn't get too drunk. He had a couple drinks.
You gotta calm the nerves and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't get like super drunk. And he went up with his notebook.
Nice.
It was
dude.
obvious it was his first time.
Right, yeah.
But he's a really likable guy.
Yeah.
And I told him that. I was like, people like you, and that's going to help you out. So don't be afraid to just like be yourself. However you feel, you can tell them that. You don't have to like pretend that you're cool or you're comfortable if you're not.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because, like, you know, at our level, which is not like some grand level, but
level 2.
Level 2, yeah. It is level 2.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Right.
You do need to be comfortable. But when you're just starting and you're not comfortable and you're vulnerable about that, like, people will pull for you. You know?
Dude.
So, especially if your material isn't like just this egregious shit, you know?
Yeah, which it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was about...
Yeah, because the classic mistake people would do, I already said it, they go fucking too dark, they go for shock, and you're like, all right, dude, fucking maybe.
Exactly.
Try to be funny, huh?
This was the story. Do you want to hear the real story that happened and then how we, like, punched it up?
Yeah.
The real story that happened...
Oh, wait, hold up.
Oh.
You went back to the apartment, you did drugs.
I took mushrooms.
Right.
I was drunk and I was like... Jake had, like, a candy bar that was like chocolate squares.
Right.
And it was like 1 to 3, moderate chill mood. 4 to 6, have an experience, like whatever that means.
Yeah.
And then like 7 to 9, it was God mode. So I took 4.
Yeah, why would they name it that? Which is so funny now that like some version of shrooms is legal, and this is exactly how they would have marketed it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not helpful. I would rather like be able to weigh it out instead of this ambiguous, have an experience. That doesn't tell me anything.
God mode. like they were professional.
I
for, like,
flipped off a mountain. That was an experience.
They're professional for the first 3 things. They were like, chill.
Yeah.
All right. And then they were like, God mode.
Yeah.
See the devil.
Yeah.
Like, wow, yeah, dude, where did the professionalism go?
Yeah.
So you took 4.
So I took 4.
You went chill with a little experience.
And then because I like mushrooms.
Yeah.
But the alcohol dissipated into a full-on mushroom trip.
Yeah.
And now everyone's still drunk and like going out. And I'm like, I can't be here. Like, we went to this bar and I was like, I do not want to be here at all. Like, I could just like see everyone's motives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like moving with such like conviction and like they're trying to fuck or like they're trying to do this.
Yeah,
and
like
I'm
that Louis joke.
Yeah.
What's the goal here?
Yeah.
You're not gonna walk into some giant vagina.
Oh, dude. So
There's always a short guy in the back.
Yeah. So I left.
Yeah.
And I Irished on my friends.
That was good. I love a good
and
Irish goodbye.
It felt symbolic to me because Kevin's moving and I'm moving away from that sort of lifestyle where with the drugs and the alcohol. And then I just walked down towards comedy stuff and then, you know, went to New York Comedy Club, talked to James Pontillo, went to St. Mark's, talked to Daniela, and I was like, this is where I need to be.
Oh, that's nice.
Ran into Rachel and Josh, like just randomly walking, just ran into them.
Oh, it's always on shrooms where you like, things happen.
Yeah.
On shrooms, like, you see like a UFO where you fucking run into like friends randomly.
Yeah.
Or like
used the bidet for the first time.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
How
Sorry if I cut you off.
No, how did that feel?
It was great.
Yeah. Did it hit the back of your balls first?
No, it hit like the side of my butt. I guess I was sitting in like sort of askew.
It's funny using like somebody else's bidet for the first time. Like, oh, so this is how they sit.
Yeah. Oh, I know a little bit more about you. But then Wood called me, and then I closed out the trip just talking to Wood for like an hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
And it
back
was
home?
No, in like Tompkins in Tompkins Square Park.
Fuck, dude. I don't know how you walk around that park at night, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And on shrooms.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
It was all good though. But it was really fun. And it just sort of reassured me, like, it was like a symbolic thing, like, of like, I would try to go up to Midtown and like get super fucked up with my friends and like hang with that lifestyle, and then I would spend all my money for the weekend, and then I'd have $100 for the week for groceries, and
yeah, I remember that.
You know, just like stuff like that. And then it's like, no, you need to go down here and spend time with these people.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad because it's my friends, and like, and we're just like at different parts of our lives. They have a lot of money and they're like doing things that they need to do in business, and they're doing good things. And one of my friends is going to be a doctor soon. And I'm just like, you know,
yeah,
I'm just poor as shit trying to be a comedian. But that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But like, I can't hang with them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of that scene in Comedian in Seinfeld where Orny Adams is telling you, he's like, everybody's moving up. Yeah. Everybody's going out. He's like, and I'm like right here. Everybody's having kids. And he's like, Seinfeld's like, so what? He's like, fucking what do you care about that?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. They're moving up in the world. He goes, and then he tells him that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Tell the story. He tells him a story about this band. So what's one of my favorite fucking stories, dude. I fucking feel like I live by. It's just a musician band, and they're flying to a gig. They're flying through a blizzard, and they have to land the plane before where the actual venue is at. So they land, and so then they have all this.
They land in like a field.
They're in like a field, yeah. And they have to carry all their equipment, like their trumpets, their fucking horns, their cellos and shit, and they're walking through all this slush and field. And then in the distance, they see like a house, you know, like a chimney going, and they walk up to the window and they look inside, and they see a family, you know, just hanging out by the fire. And then they look at each other and they go, how could people live like that? Yeah. Which is fucking how I feel, dude. Being like, I'm like in this van, and then I see like fucking people like going to work, like, you know, they're like 9 to 5. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So they're 9 to 5s, and then back home, and they just hang out and they watch TV, and then they go to sleep. They wake up, maybe go to the gym, and they do their life. And I'm just like fucking crazy ass people, dude.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm like in this van at night, I have to leave before noon.
For as crazy as you think they are, they think you're 10 times as fucking nuts for living in here, bro.
Yeah, I know, dude.
But it's okay, because they don't get it.
Anyway,
but I do. Yeah. Do you think that about my life sometimes? Because like the routine of my job and stuff? I'm like kind of in a weird gray area.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about this last time now, like a couple days ago, where you have the luxury of having work from home.
Yeah.
But like it's when you become a millionaire with time, kind of.
Yeah.
Where it's easier to be lazy.
Yeah.
And you sometimes choose that route. You're like, I'm working from home. I don't care. I'll just fucking walk around.
Yeah.
Or whatever you do, where you don't because
I don't even know. Yeah. What do I do?
Because my thing is, which is easier said, because I'm not you. I don't know what emotions you're going through during your workday. Because from the outsider's perspective, I'm just like, just do your fucking 8 hours for 2 weeks, get those decent checks, and the next 2 weeks, work less or whatever. You don't have to worry so much about money and just go out and do mics and shit and let's focus on this shit. But I only noticed that in you because I started doing it myself. But I think I'm getting fucking sad, dude. I don't know what's happening with me. I was just talking to Josh about this shit. I'm getting fucking depressed, dude. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you think I have negative influence on you?
No, I don't think you have anything to do with it.
Okay. That's good.
Fucking... Is it me?
Because I am kind of like a bummer sometimes.
No, it has nothing to do with you. It's just me burning myself out, dude.
Okay. Yeah, because you work like crazy, man.
I'm like juggling everything with like little to show for it, which fucking... It's so frustrating, dude. Like, I got this fucking vlogs, I got this stand-up, I got fucking sketches, this fucking podcast. And I'm like, gee, only one thing out of all that shit is paying.
Yeah.
A little bit. You know what I mean? And it's not even what I want to do. It's the vlogs. Me like $500 a month.
You're getting stand-up money.
Yeah, very far and few in between, but it's just so fucking rough, dude.
Yeah.
But and you see why people fucking, like I just wanna. I'm like, dude, I just wanna. Sometimes I'm just like, I just need a fucking apartment or something, dude. I just need to fucking.
Sometimes the snow and the slush gets to you. You want to be the family.
Yeah, dude. I was saying to Josh too. I was like, dude, the only reason I'm out right now, because I truly feel like I am like kind of sad, but like, it's a pattern. You go through it, you get out of it. And, I'm just waiting to get out. I'm gonna fucking start working out and shit. That usually gets me out of it.
I went and worked out today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But I was telling Josh dude that the only reason I'm out right now is because it's too hot to be in the van.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, if it was like a nice temperature in the van, I would just stay in there and just fucking not do anything. But I don't know if that helps that I have to leave. But maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, if you want, maybe we could like make an appointment to go do some exercise or something. Like just once a week, like not a crazy thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go jogging tomorrow if I fucking wake up on time.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't help that I'm unorganized too. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:28. And after this shit, I still gotta fucking edit, and that's all on me.
Should we get off?
So I gotta organize shit. No, I don't want to end it on that note.
Yeah, it's yeah, man. I mean, like I'm starting to see like the Spock has nerves thing with you, because like you do a lot of work, and I've always like I tell everyone that like asks about you, because like people ask about you all the time. They're like, "Who's that guy? Yeah. What's he doing? He lives in a van."
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, but like it makes sense. But like I'm like, no, he's crazy. Like his work ethic is like insane. Like he does all this shit. It's like really awesome. Like he balances stuff. But like the stuff you're experiencing is very human, and like I'm a little relieved to see that you have that.
You don't think I'm human, asshole?
Because I'm Mexican. No, of course I think Mexicans are humans and all people. No.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, it's a fucking. You just do so much, and you see like no progress, and you're like, well, fuck, dude.
Yeah, but like,
and then, but you're also like, am I fucking working in the wrong direction? Oh, that's also a huge thing. It's like, am I working in the wrong direction? And I won't know.
Yeah.
Until 5 years from now, like, oh fuck, I should have made a left.
Dude, I think about that sometimes, because like for as little money as you're making for all the stuff that you're doing, yeah, I'm making like actually no money from anything that I'm doing except for my day job.
Yeah.
So, and I spend more time on the other stuff.
Yeah, man, and work harder the first 2 weeks of the week, and then the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I would do it, like, because that's the way that's the blueprint from what I did when I quit my full-time truck driving job. I got a agency truck driving job where I would take only the jobs that I wanted.
Yeah. And
I would have worked like 2 shifts, make like a fucking $1,500, and then the rest of the month would just be stand up and this shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I see it with you. I'm like, just fucking work hard as shit the first 2 weeks, next 2 weeks, and then do it all over again.
Yeah.
But I don't know you.
It's just,
I don't know your work or your job.
Yeah, I could do that, and I probably should do that. But really, I should just do the same amount of work every day instead of just like burning myself out and then having time to expand and relax.
Yeah.
I should probably just do like a solid 7 hours every day instead of like 6 or 5 or whatever I normally do. I probably average like 5 hours.
Well, this is a real ass podcast, huh?
Yeah, it was a little emotional.
All over the place.
I sort of dragged someone's name at the top. I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to drag his name, but I think we did enough time where we can completely delete that.
What if we didn't delete it? We just put like a long for like 2 minutes.
I think that would probably be the worst option.
What's happening?
Yeah, just very high pitched. Only young people can hear it.
Maybe 4-year-olds?
Yeah.
Even they don't know. What a terrible riff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen. To that person, I didn't mean to besmirch your name. I didn't mean to solder you. I didn't mean to sodomize you.
Anything to say, Nipple?
I've been sodomized. All right, should we get off?
Yeah, let's get off.
All right, thank you.
I feel like we left the viewers in the down mood, dude. This is like how you felt after Annie Hall.
Yeah.
We watched Annie Hall yesterday and Luke got sad.
I did. And then I broke up.
Oh, yeah.
Then I broke up with my non-girlfriend after watching Annie Hall. Well, God, what a sad day.
This episode is fucking sad day.
Sad day, Luke.
Yeah,
sad
dude.
days.
Sad
That's probably
days.
the mushrooms. I used up all my dopamine, and then
Oh, yeah.
so I've been so. Yeah, what a great thing to watch the day after taking mushrooms. Annie Hall.
Yeah.
Sad as shit.
I didn't think it was sad, though, but that's for another story.
Well, that might be a little bit of a different perspective on life that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning into Sad Days.
Are you sad? Did we bring you down? I'm sorry.
Are you sad with us?
We don't want you to be sad.
Thank you for tuning in to episode... Oh, wait, check out Real Piece of Work, our sketch page.
Yeah, we just put out one last Friday that was pretty good.
With Ethan Schmiede.
Dude, I calculated how much work we put in on that.
Oh,
15 hours.
15 hours?
Yeah.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
All right, please watch that shit. Dude, we fucking spent 15 hours. Like,
Yeah.
I probably spent 12.
Yeah, I did a little more.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Luke, for doing a little more. And
You got to do them vlogs.
thank you, people, for tuning in to episode 71
71.
of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. Nah.
Are you calling me a racist?